Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. This is the part 2 of the first one I posted. This part is just purposely for the stitching, so if you don't know how to do the beading, go check out the part 1 where all the beading is done. This is just for the stitching and then the filling of the flip-flops. So I'm just right ahead cutting off the tips of the flip-flops where I'll seal it back on. So this is me trying to pull out that and then cutting it off as low as I can, and then I'll stick it back on with glue and then put 8mm beads inside the holes along with glue, just so I can seal the holes up. Then we'll go ahead into stitching. It's been a while. If you're a new subscriber, you highly welcome to the family. If you're an old one, welcome back. So this is me threading up my needle. Mostly with the stitching I use a bigger needle, so with your needle set you can use the biggest you have. It makes the stitching more easy. And of course, once again, remember, cut your thread as long as you can handle, because if it's too short you have to keep joining. If it's too long, it will get tangled up. So cut it as long as you can. So first we'll stitch the top part, and then we'll go ahead and stitch the back. So this is me just joining the needle and thread to my beaded pattern. Okay, so I'll just speak when necessary and then of course get out of your way so that I'm not a distraction, and let you watch. Okay, so this is where we need our needle to be, and then this is how we're going to measure it. Mostly from the hole you measure 1 inch, okay, and where the inch ends, that's where you place your pattern. So you stitch right this way, but I am not going to stitch this way, but let me show you why. See, the thread is going to be showing if it's stitched directly like this. That is why I always cut open the back of my flip-flops, just a little bit line where your thread can be hidden. That way your sandals, your slippers, whatever it is that you're making, it lasts longer. Okay, so with this, the slippers can get as old and then the beading pattern will still be on it. So this is me just cutting along wherever it is that I'm going to be stitching. It also makes the stitching very easy, because I mean, you're not pricking the needle all the way down, you're just pricking it through the hole that you've made, so it makes the stitching so much easier. So now that we're done, let's go ahead and then stitch, and then you see what I meant by that. So this part I'll just keep quiet and then of course let you watch. So we're done stitching. This is me cutting off my excess thread. Remember, to cut off your excess thread, always hold your thread down on your beading pattern and cut it off. That way the thread is not showing. Now let's sew the back. This part, you always want the belt to be in the inner side of your flip-flop, okay? The belt, which is always the longer side of whatever pattern you made, should be on the inner side of your flip-flop. That way it goes around your leg very comfortably, okay? So just as we did for the first pattern, that's the same way we're going to be stitching this particular pattern. You measure an inch from the hole and then you start your stitching from there. So this is me joining my thread and needle to my pattern.